Hi guys, so I'm going to do an everyday foundation routine for y'all, and this foundation routine is basically for day-to-day basis. It's not really something that you would do when you're getting photographed. It is almost a full coverage foundation routine, but it is not something that is meant for weddings or for a night out where you're going to get photographed or for a party or anything. This is for everyday use. It's for office use, for if you're going shopping, for lunch and coffee, stuff like that. Okay, so you're not going to wear this. I will do another video which is a full coverage foundation routine, which is like the flawless face foundation, which you can wear when you're going to like weddings and you're going to get photographed. You want your skin to look beautiful in pictures. This will also look alright in pictures, but not as beautiful as the flawless face foundation routine will look. So this is like your everyday foundation routine, quick and easy. Now I'm going to start with prepping my face. So I'm going to start with some lip balm. I'm using the Baby Lips from Maybelline. Antioxidant berry is a flavor. I'm just going to put that on my lips. The Garnier BB cream, and BB cream works great as a base for everyday like foundation routine because it has SPF, moisturizer, sunscreen, and all will act like a primer. Release your skin doesn't release oils through the day. So well, yeah, so it acts like a good primer for everyday makeup. So I'm going to take about that much, like a pea size. Can you guys see that? Pea size amount of this, and this is the Garnier one. I really like it. You could even, I actually like the Maybelline more than this, but my Maybelline one has almost run out. So yeah, this is also quite good, and I'm again gonna dot this on my skin, just like that, in the center of my nose. And I have a little bit of a bruise on my nose, which I got while trying to scrub my nose, and I went really hard, so I have to be careful around them. So just using my fingers flat to blend it in. Just like that. Get it everywhere. Sorry, get it everywhere. Whatever's left, you can also bring it down on your neck. Today I'm actually filming in daylight, so this is the first time I'm filming in daylight. Usually I always film my videos at night. So whatever little bit is left, I'm just putting it on my eyelids in a corner, but don't take any extra product for this. Whatever is there, just that much. Like you can't have too much product on your eyelids. If there's too much product on your eyelids, kind of will crease and stuff around this line here, and that doesn't look good. Okay, step 2. I'm using concealer, and concealer can be used before or after foundation. There is no specific rule that you have to use it before foundation, but the concealer that I'm using, this concealer is a little darker than my skin tone, so I prefer to use it before my foundation, blend it out, and then use my foundation, which is my skin color, over my concealer, so it kind of blends in and it doesn't look like a darker shade. So I'm using the L'Oreal True Match in the shade N4-5, which is light to medium, and I'm just going to open it like that and like wipe the top because there's a lot of product there, and I'll just apply it on this line here. I like draw like 3 lines or 4 lines on each side, just like that. But make sure you're not putting like too much concealer, but it should not be too little also. So you know, you can start with a little and keep building it up. If you put too much at one time, then it's actually quite difficult to take it off. Anyway, so I'm going to start. I'm going to use my ring finger, and I'm going to start pressing, just like that. Slowly, slowly, really close to each other. Now I'll go a little higher. Look up, press. Up, keep pressing, and take your time with this. I'm not going to edit this part. I'm going to keep it entirely however long it takes me, because I want you guys to see how long it takes and how many times I'm actually patting it in. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Let's just pat that right there, and then whatever's left on your finger, just put it up here and blend it out. I'm also going to take a little bit of this concealer and just put it on the scar that I have, and you can use the same technique to sort of cover acne marks. So I'm just going to dot it. I hope you can see my scar. On top of my scar, just like that. Very little amount. You don't want too much because then you'll have a hard time to kind of blend out. So on top of the scar, I'm just going to press it just like that. And I think that's okay. And then just around the scar, just blend it. The foundation, which is this one, it says 24 hours here. It's supposed to be long wear. I don't know if it really lasts for 24 hours, but it's a good drugstore foundation. It's for 875 rupees, and I think it's a great reasonable price point. So yeah, it has a pump. Now the thing about this pump is if you pump it completely one, then you'll get a lot of product and that'll go waste. So I just sort of pump half, just that much, like a pea size. I don't like to put more foundation than that, you know, because otherwise you have to keep touching up and it just doesn't look good. So again, I'll take my finger like that and I'll just dot it everywhere. Now the Garnier BB cream gives me very good coverage, so even if I just wear the BB cream and use concealer and powder my face and go, if I'm just going out for an hour or 2 hours, it's even 3 hours, I guess, it works. But I want this makeup to last till evening, so you know, I am using the foundation as well just for some added coverage. So for this, I'm using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to blend the whole thing out. But you can even use a sponge. If you want to use a sponge, you must wet it and then pat it on the face like this. Everywhere, just keep patting till it blends. I can even pat my foundation with this brush, but I like to drag it. Actually, if I pat my brush like that, it will give me more coverage if I do that. But I don't want too much coverage. I want medium coverage, and I just want my skin to look natural, so I'm just dragging it. By dragging it, whatever extra foundation is there, which my skin doesn't need, it'll get picked up by the brush. But if I pat it like that, most of it will just spread out on my face. So whenever I do need extra coverage, I like to pat it. So around my nose, where my skin naturally tends to get red because hormonally we all get red around that area. And then always make sure you get this side of your face, and then just drag a little bit even under your jawline, just like that. So right now my skin looks like super oily, but we'll powder it, so that's gonna go. And then drag it like that, and then circular motions around the forehead. Again, if you need coverage in this area, then you will do this motion, but I don't, so I can just do that. There's really no rule to makeup, you know, you can do whatever you want. I'm pushing it in the out, like on the inner corners of my eyes, and just swirling it round and round, just like that. This is such a great brush to do your foundation. I love it. You know, the Sigma brush, the flat top kabuki brush from Sigma, if any of y'all have seen it on anybody else's video or have seen anyone using it, that's also a great brush to do your foundation. But my hand hurts with that brush. It's really thick. Like, I can't hold it. Like how this is like slim, you know, like this is fat and then it gets slimmer, so when you hold it, it's comfortable. When that brush is like super fat, like it's even fatter than this area here. So I'm holding it like that, my fingers start hurting after some time, and I don't like how that feels. Although I use it on my clients, I use it on my brides all the time. Works good on them. I don't know, when I'm doing my own makeup, I don't like it for some reason. Okay, so like you can see how much time I'm taking with my foundation. You can't just throw it on and leave it, because the main part about your makeup is your foundation. I mean, if your skin looks good, anything you do on your eyes, any color you wear on your lips, it's gonna look good anyway. So I'm gonna use the Max Mineralized Skin Finish powder to set my makeup on a fluffy brush like that, and I'm just gonna press. Now after I do that, all the shine will go away. Wear your makeup. After the first 15-20 minutes or half an hour, depending on how oily or dry your skin is, the makeup actually sets in after the first half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, and that's when it looks the best. You know, I've seen a lot of people, they always do their makeup last before getting out of the house, but actually that's not what you should do. Actually, you should do your makeup first and then do everything else. So by the time you leave your house, your makeup is completely set and your skin looks beautiful and natural and flawless. And of course, if you need any touch-ups, like your lip color, you can do at the end, and your mascara you can do at the end, but just your foundation. I mean, I always like to do my foundation first because it gives my skin looks amazing and beautiful and natural by the time I'm leaving my house. So next I'm taking the shader brush for Minglot, just taking some powder on it and just gonna powder under my eyes. And you really have to powder your concealer really well. If you just apply concealer and don't powder it, and sometimes it's gonna move and it's gonna look pathetic. Just pathetic. Trust me. So just powder it really well. Take some powder and press. And if you notice, when I powdered my skin with the big fluffy brush and this brush, I'm just pressing onto the skin. Highlighter, some of the bronzer. This is from Essence. I like it a lot. It has these two girl figures on it, silhouettes of these two girls. And I'm going to take some on the tip of this brush right here. Dust it off. This smells like some toffee. Anyway, I'm just going to put this into my crease right here. Just all over. It's a very light brown shade, so it just looks like a shadow. And you really can't go wrong with it. Take some more and just blend it. Just like that. Just gives it some color, you know, just gives it some color back, because when you put foundation, sometimes you tend to just become all washed out one color. The number of this is 02 Sunny. If you're my complexion, I am NC 37 to NC 40 at max. I like to contour my nose a little bit, so I'm just going to do that. Just on the sides of my nose, just a little bit. And then just here, just dust it. So I'm taking very little. I've just taken product once and then just dusted. I don't want like very dramatic anything, you know. Anyway, taking some more on my angle brush from Inglot. You can use any angle brush, but it has to be natural hair. Just taking some product right there. And I'm gonna suck my cheeks in, make a fishy face. Okay. Can you see that line that I get? That's my natural like jawline, okay? So I'm going to do that and just press the product in. Can you see how that accentuates my cheeks? Lovely. Back and forth, back and forth. Do that a couple of times, and I like to drag it up a little bit. But that does make you look slightly tanner, but I don't mind because my skin looks beautiful. And I don't want to look fairer as far as I look. My skin looks good. So, you know, when you stop obsessing over trying to look fairer and you start just trying to look somebody who has good skin, trying to look like somebody who has good skin, that's when your makeup will look the best. Trust me. And then just one swipe under the jawline, just here. Don't put too much here, because if you put too much, you might look very muddy. A lot of people get very obsessed with like contouring products initially when they learn about contouring, because of course it does make you look way hotter than you actually are. But don't go overboard with contouring. Like, don't go crazy. Don't use like too much contour, or don't try to use a color which is way darker than your skin tone, because that will sort of make you look really muddy and not make you look good. It's called Flow Power from MAC. It's a very sweet corally peachy blush with a little yellow tone to it, so it goes very well with my skin because I'm very yellow, and most of the Indian girls are yellow. So I'm going to just take a round brush like this. Just take any blush brush, pat it in, and I'm not going to pat it in too much because Flow Power is a very pigmented blush. Then I'm going to just smile and I'm going to drag this parallel to my contour and up to my apples of my cheek like that. So I'm going to press. That's all. Sorry, I don't put highlighter on everyday basis because I have a little bit of natural shine in my skin, so maybe half an hour after I'm wearing my makeup, I'll get like a glow around this area, which is not really a glow, it's the oils of my skin seeping through my makeup. So if I put highlighter, I'll have to just touch up. Yeah, I'll have to just touch up the oil on my face, and I don't want to touch up my makeup through the day, so I don't put any highlighter in the day when I'm just running around, when I'm going to meet my friends, when I'm shopping or working. But if you're going for a night out, then you would put a highlighter, which again I will show you in my flawless foundation routine. So when I'm going to put any highlighter, we're just going to go ahead and put some mascara and put a little bit of blush. That's it. I'm sorry, not blush, lipstick, whatever lipstick you want. So I might, since I'm wearing orange today, I might wear a peachy color lipstick, I don't know. But this is your everyday foundation routine. You can add and subtract steps as in how you like. You can skip contouring for every day if it looks too much, because initially when you start wearing makeup, you will look drastically different and everybody around you will notice that. So go easy with it, you know, don't shock people, because then it might demotivate you to even wear makeup, because people will be like, oh my god, you look so different, oh my god, you look weird, why are you wearing so much makeup? And we don't want people to do that. So start slowly, start with just BB cream and powder, then you can add a little bit of blush, then you can add a little bit of concealer, then you can add some mascara, and then, you know, just give it to them easy, because especially people who see you every day, they are going to see a drastic change in you if you wear that much makeup and walk out of your house every single day. So give them some time, go easy with it, and I'm sure that people will appreciate you and your makeup and how beautiful you are. Okay, so I'll be back for my other video later. Bye.